guys, we are back. I know it's been a while since Hackers Cup, but this is our official recap episode. So welcome back to Off the Hosel, a podcast built on sand. Super excited to have a special guest today, the legend Christian Hallingstad from Team Tap and Triples. You hear the applause. So happy to have you on, Christian. Tyler's going to join us later. He says we'll see if he makes it on, but we've been trying to find a good time to get the recap going, and I think at this point we're almost a month away from the epic Hackers Cup 2026. So just so much to talk about with it. But for now, seeing if we can wait for Tyler, I'm going to start by letting Christian kind of do the new guest thing for the podcast. So basically, Christian, I'm sure you've seen, or I'm going to hope that you've seen all of our episodes so far. But if not, welcome to
I
the
think
podcast.
I'm the only likes on YouTube right now.
Well, you need to get some family involved. I mean, we got to get some publicity out there. If you're Tyler, he thinks that we're going to make this thing big. But so you've seen it. So our guests, we like to kind of start with something easy. Is this your third year? This was your third year, right?
Yes.
Yeah, so I think you started at Eagle Ridge. Yeah. So we like to talk about favorite courses, holes, moments, and if you don't have all three, it's fine. But I'd be curious to hear your thoughts. Obviously, this year you played a pretty integral role to the drama, so I'm sure there may be some then there. But over the course of the three, it doesn't have to be just this year. Let's hear your favorites.
Well, in all the episodes that I watch of you guys, it amazes me your memory recall of all these holes. So I don't remember pretty much any holes from Galena.
Okay, that's fair.
I
have a
all
whole
I
course
remember
that got
from
blocked out. I can't even remember the South course.
yeah, I mean, and then yeah, you guys are talking north, south, and and all these holes, and I'm like, I'm positive I was there, but I don't know what you're talking about.
Okay.
But the one that stands out the most to me, I think I was paired with Rob at, I don't remember if it was Sedge Valley, but it was a long par three, and I think it was downhill, and it was kind of surrounded by hills, the green was.
Yeah, I think was it a back-to-back par three? You do one par three, then you do another one
I think so.
that would be Sedge.
But it was
Then.
long and it like funneled down into the green.
I think that's Sedge. I'm gonna pull it up real quick and see where you played with him at. But go ahead. Yeah, I think it's Sedge 'cause it's a back-to-back par three.
Yep, and I think it was over 200 yards or something. And I remember teeing up my hybrid, my 4 hybrid, and I hit it thin, and it didn't have a lot of height off the ground, and it bounced and rolled up onto the green. And then we get down there, and then I think I bent down to line up the putt, and then Rob said wait, and then he came behind me. There he is.
Hi. What's up, buddy?
Hey, can you guys hear me? Oh shit.
Yes.
Hey.
Oh, I don't know.
Now we can't.
He's gone. We'll get him back. All right, yeah. So you're on the green.
So I hit it thin, maybe 8 yards off the ground, rolls up onto the green. I get down to line up my putt, and then Rob said, just wait. And he came, and I backed out of the way. I just let him do his thing. So he lined me up, and he told me where to hit it. And I think it was like a 60-foot birdie that I made.
You rolled in a 60-footer?
It was something insane.
Holy crap. Yeah, because I was looking. So it's hole number 8. It's back-to-back par threes. And yeah, you've got a 2 on the scorecard there.
Yeah.
So wow, I did not know that you rolled in a 60-footer for birdie.
Yeah, I think Zach looked at me because I think I was a 26 handicap that year, and he's like, "Are you kidding me?"
Yeah, that was your net hole in one. I remember typing that in. I was like, "Oh, we've got a net hole in one on here," and it was Christian. Yeah.
So that one was pretty memorable.
Oh, of course. Yeah. Good. Okay.
And then I remember another one on that. I think it was Mammoth, and it wasn't even me, but I think you were teeing off down onto it was a par 4,
Is it
with a lower green.
the one that kind of slopes right to left down? Like some guys could drive the green if they sloped it all the way
Yes.
down. Yeah, on the back nine
Yes.
there. Yeah,
On the back. Yep.
yeah. I think that's 14. Yeah, it's
And I
14.
think I was paired with Rob again.
Well, let's find out. That would
Unless
have
I'm
been.
confusing it with another one. But I remember teeing up with my driver and I drove the green, and then Rob hit like a 9 hybrid and hit it farther than my drive.
Maybe you were. Well, that one says you were with Walker. If you were on Mammoth.
Okay, so there's my whole memory, whole
Yeah.
recall. I just remember Rob driving the green with a club that I can hit like 100 yards.
Okay. Well,
I
maybe
used my
that was
driver.
still on Sedge then. If it was.
It could have been.
Yeah. I don't know what hole that would have been.
So that one I thought was cool, and that wasn't me.
Yeah.
And then this year it was hole. It was a par 4 that dog legs right that everyone said is one of the hardest holes. It's got an elevated green
Which course?
at Turtleback, and it's
Oh,
got bunkers on the front.
11?
11.
10 or 11?
No, maybe it was 10. Maybe it's 10. Yeah. And I think I made a par or a birdie on that hole.
Let's find out.
Either Zach or Jordan said this is the hardest. Maybe it was Colton Ellis said this is the hardest hole. And then I think I parred. That might have been with Walker.
Okay. Was that in alt shot or was that that was in singles?
God, I don't even remember. I think it was single, so I think it was with Bina.
With Bina, then yeah. So yeah, 10. You no, it wouldn't.
Then it was alt shot.
Okay, it must have been alt shot.
One round was like a triple bogey, and the other round was a bird.
Yeah, I think it was probably alt shot because you took a 7 on it during singles. Yeah. And you were with Walker in alt shot too. Or no,
Yes.
in alt shot, yeah.
Yep.
So yeah, 10 you guys took a birdie. Yeah, you guys birdied that one. So
that one was a fun hole.
Actually, you guys went birdie, par, birdie, bogey, birdie on alt shot. On the back nine. That's pretty good.
Yeah, we had fun.
Yeah. Yeah, clearly.
And that's pretty much the extent of my golf Hackers Cup recall.
That's good. I mean, you got a couple years in there. How about any moments? Any moments that super memorable or you can include this year too. Obviously, it's very fresh, but
no, I mean nothing really stands out. I think I could have remembered this year better if I didn't have too much adrenaline the last round.
Yeah.
And then I think it kind of wiped the memory bank a little bit.
Ty, so welcome.
Hey, thank you.
You hear us okay?
Yeah, I got you now. Can you guys hear me?
Oh yeah, we got you. I like your shirt, man.
Thank you. Yeah, it's the prestigious brand Deolax on Amazon.
All right.
Oh.
Yeah. They're thinking about sponsoring our podcast, so they're going to be watching this. So we really need
a
good one.
You're warding off all the vibes over there.
Yeah.
All right, man. So we just got done, with his favorite moments and shots as the new guest thing. I was gonna say I don't remember where I was going with it now, but did you have anything, Ty, for Christian to start with as you jump in here?
I don't think so. Other than thanks for joining the podcast as always. I know it's hard. We got kids at home, we got busy lives, and it's a little bit later at night, I'm sure, but thanks for hopping on. I think, and maybe we'll get to some of the details later, but, or maybe you already did. In that case, we can edit this out. But Christian, I kind of want to just hear from you what it was like for you on those last couple holes as probably like one of the few times you've ever been in a situation like that on the golf course where
the only time.
Yeah. Okay. So your heart's pounding through your fingertips and everyone's watching you. Like that kind of sucks to try to hit a golf shot, doesn't it?
Yeah, especially when you're mid-20s handicap when, the consistency and the skill isn't there in the first place. And then you pile on the adrenaline on top of that. One of the benefits of being a high handicap, which I really enjoy, that's part of the reason why
Is the
I'm
high handicap?
abstaining from getting better. Yeah. Because it takes the pressure off. If you do really well, great. If you don't, it's like, well, that's why I am what I am.
That's a good point.
Was there a
Yeah.
moment on Sunday on that singles round where you were like, "Oh wait, I'm important"? Like, do you remember knowing when it was like, "Oh, this is real"? Like,
I got a feeling when I think it was hole 15. Is that the par 3 with the water?
yeah,
Yeah.
When too many people were there. something something told me there, and I'm I'm really good with my observations of my surroundings, but something gave me a hint there that something was up.
Wait. There's more than 2 carts watching me hit. Like,
Yeah,
what the
why is Bruce here? Rock and Drake are here. There's 2 more carts lingering on 16.
were you and Bina following the results on the
No.
app? So you didn't have any clue.
I don't remember if Bina did. I definitely don't follow any of that.
Okay, I didn't know if he was seeing and talking to you about it, or if you knew like that the whole thing was tied.
No, I
essentially.
think it was after we finished 15 and we were going to the 16 tee box that I don't remember if it was Bruce or Brock, but somebody said it's down to your guys' group. And that's when I was like, oh God. And then you saw it on 16 how it got to me because I flared one right into the trees.
Ben and I, was it Ben? No, Boda and I were down halfway down the fairway because we came up, saw you on the 15 green, and then we decided to go down and watch the tee shots down below. So we couldn't see
Where it was safe.
who was hitting what. Yeah, but then they came down and said Christian blocked it straight right. So I was like, all right,
Yeah.
well, that's probably not a great sign for this hole. And then I see your second shot, and you're on
That was
the
great.
green, and we were like, he's back.
Yeah, that was great.
that was maybe, if you could argue, maybe the most important shot you hit in that stretch, because if you mess that one up and lose the hole, I'm not sure you can get to 18.
No, because Jordan and I pushed on that one, I think.
No,
And I was down 1.
Did you put? No, you won that hole, I think, because he was in the hazard, and then I
Oh,
think
that's right. He went in the shit. You guys pushed.
Okay, so was I
17.
down 2 then?
So you went from, let's see, so 16. Match play 2, 16. Yeah, you took the hole.
So was I down 2 before that?
You were down 2 after 15 because you lost that
Okay.
one, and then 16 took you to 1 back, and then so let's stay on 16 though for a second. So you're up there, everybody's there, and this
it was
is
like,
when, I mean, literally everybody, because everybody else was done.
it was like it was like a Sturgis rally, but for club car, and everyone's just lined up.
Yeah, and that was when the tension started. That was when it started to get chippy between guys. I don't know if you could tell that or not.
I was trying to just focus my best.
But like you could feel the
Yes.
the competitive energy and the tension on 16. That was the first time you could really, everybody was like there watching. But you 2-putted, I think, from the, or maybe you chipped on
From the
and hit your
fringe.
putt. Yeah, hit your putt, which was an excellent. I mean, you took it, what was a 5 there from after blocking your shot off the tee. Like, I mean, I would argue that was your.
I think so too.
Yeah,
that second shot was key.
Yeah, and I couldn't see what your angle was. I didn't see it. I couldn't see what you had from back there, but
it's one of those rare moments where you tell yourself I have an opening, and then you hit it.
Okay.
Rare? That happens to me all the time. I got an opening here.
Yeah.
There was some drama on 16, but I think it was the other match in your group. There was some.
Well, Bina got upset with. I think it was Jake probably.
Probably.
Yeah.
Well, there was also a bit of bickering I can't remember what it was, but something about where somebody's golf ball ended up or something like that, like off the right side of the fairway. Um, I was behind because I was up at the green and then drove back to where you guys hit your tee shot. So I came up on it late. But I was going to ask what that situation was, and maybe I just misread it. But I
I don't
thought,
know if it was my tee shot, but it didn't seem like arguing from what I remember, but I remember Rob and somebody else, maybe it was Sirik or someone or Zach, they were just trying to figure out where the point of entry was and where the drop
got
was.
it. Okay,
Yeah,
I
for where
think that
you
was
had to
it.
drop from on your second,
Yeah.
right? Yeah, that's I heard that
Okay,
too. Yeah, down back where the balls were landing in the halfway down. There really wasn't any big drama there.
okay, fuck
Yeah.
me then. Misread that situation.
Well, that's part of it. It's like everybody's seeing this unfold from different viewpoints. So it's kind of
Mhm.
cool to hear what everybody else was thinking at the time. But yeah, so I thought the energy on 16 was great, and then I I didn't have this in my repertoire before this year, but your drive on 17 was maybe the most gorgeous drive I've ever seen in my entire life.
That was, and I had a lot of good drives that day, primarily on the front nine, but that was probably my best.
Like
Yeah.
a freaking tomahawk missile.
Yeah. And in the fairway.
Just perfection. And I think everybody was like, holy crap, Christian's gonna do this thing. Like when you got up there and just ripped that thing.
I'm not naive enough to think that there weren't any doubters on my team because there were some guys thinking,
Well,
this one's gone.
I think the hard part is that I haven't played with you ever. Like in 3 years, we've not been paired together. So I don't actually know what your golf game is. And so my experience of watching you was you getting up and down to win the hole and then ripping driver. And I was like, this thing's done. We are going to win this. But
That was the most nervous I've been on a tee box because after we finished 16, Zach closed Bina out,
yep.
and then
Yeah, you
It
guys
was
were the only
just
ones
you.
out
Yeah,
there.
it was
Yeah.
just you guys.
Zach says to me across carts, he's like, "Thank God that's over. I'm not playing anymore." And
Yeah.
I was like, "Oh, so now you're just gonna watch us?"
Yeah, and I thought that was awesome. Just you two guys out there, and you did not look nervous. Like you could be up there 100 more times, and I would have never said that you did not show it. I'm sure you felt it because we talked about it before we got on tonight about what it felt like, but I couldn't tell. And when you hit the drive, I was like, "It's done. We're gonna win this thing."
Yeah, because after I teed off, I turned to Jordan and I said, "Thank God," because I'm shaking so bad.
You could tell. I think I could tell Jordan was nervous more than I could tell you were nervous. But that I'm sure that's probably more from Jordan. No, I don't know how he was playing, but he's
I think he was
expected.
playing pretty well.
He's expected to win.
Yes,
You know what I mean. So
which
that
I think is
adds
more pressure.
a lot of, and it's for the cup. It's like the last group, so that's a lot of
Yep,
pressure on a guy that's supposed to win that matchup
yep.
by the numbers. But so yeah, I mean, if I don't remember anything at all from this Hackers Cup when I'm 80 years old, I will remember your drive on 17 till the day I die.
I remember getting up to the ball, and I think it was Zach turned and yelled to Rob, "Have you ever been outdrove by a 22?"
Oh, Christian, we played together at Wild Ridge Saturday morning, and the first few tee shots you had, I'm like, I
Mm-hmm.
said to Alex, I'm like, we might fucking be in trouble with this guy.
Every once in a while, I make contact.
Yeah. Oh no, I mean you're off the tee. You got some game. I think once you figure out around the greens, you're going to be pretty dangerous.
Now, I will rebuttal that. You played with me at Galena, and you remember a tee shot.
That it went
Every once in a
backwards.
while, the
Yeah,
22 rears its
you've
head.
come along you've come a long way since that backward tee shot at Galena.
Backwards tee shot.
Yeah.
Well, you were. I mean, to be fair, that was. I mean, you were a 26 handicap that year, and that was
Yeah, way better now.
No, seriously. Like, I think I'm sure you feel like
I do
light
feel
years
better.
ahead. Yeah, yeah,
Your game's come a
yeah.
long way.
Yeah.
Your game
The
has
thing
come
that
a
I
long
the
way.
thing that I get in more trouble with now, I feel like, which is why my handicap I don't think has gone down as much, is because I'm making better contact with the ball. If my aim isn't good, I'm just losing balls.
Oh, sure.
Whereas before I was just hitting worm burners 50 yards, but I could still find the ball. But now I'm hitting it, as far as a normal person, they're just way in the trees.
Yeah, definitely an adjustment. But if you can start finding some more drives like on 17, it's not going to matter. I can promise you.
Well, what really helps is because I golf with Zach normally. This happened at Galena where once he closed me out, I think it was maybe it was the last day, one of the last courses. He closed me out on like hole 14. And then after that, he was like my normal golfing buddy where he's aligning me and everything. And I think I parred out like the rest of the course. But when we're battling, he's like, yeah, he's aiming way right.
You're
And
on
then
your
after he
own,
beats me,
buddy.
he's like, all right, aim left, aim for this, swing like that.
Like, thanks, man.
But
So
yeah,
yeah,
after that tee shot on 17, I was a little nervous because my ball was sitting almost up against
yeah,
the rock.
yeah. I remember we looked at. I think Rob and I looked at that and we're like, "Oh, that's not awesome." But then you hit a great wedge up there.
Yeah, I mean, I was surprised at how well that went. I asked Bina if I should just give it a little foot wedge, but there were too many people around.
That would have really
Hit it right in the
that would
fairway.
have gotten them just. You should
Oh,
have
that would
done
have been a
it.
fight.
You should have done
Benches
it.
cleared.
Dropped the ball, not shown anybody, just kicked one over there. Oh man, that would have been an all-out brawl.
Yeah, the police might have gotten.
But yeah, then you two putted from probably, I don't
Who
know,
butted?
30 feet maybe. I mean, that was a good two putt because
Yep.
we talked about it afterwards. Lag putting not your forte, and that was
Putting in general, yeah.
I mean, but the two putt you hit on 16 is a great putt, and two putting 17. I mean,
Yeah.
for the pressure, for incredible. I mean, you want to count the wedge. I mean, playing 16 the way you did, 17 the way you did. I was just like, I just think that was maybe
Two great holes.
the
Yeah.
best, and under the pressure and circumstances, I think it was very, very noteworthy and all time. I think those are two all time Hackers Cup whole performances, and they're from you this year. I think.
Well, and this might be an unpopular opinion with our team, but even though we lost, which I don't like losing, I was happy with the way that we battled back on Sunday.
Yeah.
And then we were right there in contention up until the end.
Oh yeah,
which I thought was cool.
To come 7-1 after Saturday, I think you're not thinking that there's a realistic shot, really, if you're being honest with yourself. But that's the thing about us is that nobody's a professional. Like, things can happen when things look really bad, and I think people just didn't stop trying, which was important. Like, you were there to have fun. Nobody gave up. And it kind of shows that you're not out of it. So the ability to get that back to an all square Ryder, Hackers Cup on 18 for the first time ever. We've never had it come down to the very last group for all of it. Was awesome. And then obviously the energy on 17 and 18, you start getting more drama, you start getting more tension. The captains are bickering, and it's just like, we're gonna have to have another episode, Ty, with both of them on here so they can.
Yeah.
I don't even know what I had some conversations with Colton at the time that we've cleared up, but I don't know what they were talking about. Like, so I think we're gonna have to have a captain's recap episode too. But I mean, going up to 18, Christian, after winning 2 holes in a row to square this thing up, the whole cup's on the line. It's all square. It's not like you have to win the hole to get a half. Like, it's tied. You have a chance to win this thing. And then you go up there and hit an excellent hybrid. I mean, you're in perfect position, right? You got to be thinking, what at that point, walking up to your ball, how did you feel? Like, what was like?
The first thing I thought was, here's the water. Which ultimately came back to bite me.
Well, to be fair, you didn't go in the water.
I didn't go in the water,
Yeah.
but I did avoid it.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I think it rolled farther than I thought. Because I think the water is 240 or somewhere around there,
Yeah.
and I usually hit that club like 210 to 220.
And I think I want to say Bruce on the tee said something like the adrenaline's gonna put you, like somebody said something about the adrenaline, and I don't think you heard it, but I don't even
No, I
remember who
didn't.
said it. But in my head, I'm thinking, yeah, I mean, I don't know how far you hit it, but I mean that's probably good for 10 or
It
20
was
yards.
Yeah, it was probably 5 yards from the water.
Yeah, you hit it, and I saw it land. I was like, oh yeah, that adrenaline got
Yeah.
you up there.
Yeah.
And it probably, I mean, but what other club would you have hit? You're not going to hit like a 4-iron or a 5-iron probably
No.
there. Yeah.
No,
So I
I'm
mean,
not Jake DeSantis. I can't hit
Yeah.
my irons.
it's not like you had another option really. That was the club you trusted, and you're, and it was a great, I mean, it's a great ball. I mean, you're in a great spot. So
I wanted to hit driver.
to go left
To
of the
go
water.
across.
Over
But-
the pond.
Well, after
I
the
was-
missile you hit on 17, you
I
probably
mean,
had
right.
a shot.
Yeah, I guess that's not out of the question for you.
But my level-headed teammates advised me to play it smart, which is usually not how I play golf. So I usually don't have good course management. I usually, see as many sites as I can and always hit driver unless it's a par 3. But they advised me to lay up, which was a smarter choice.
And honestly, it worked out. We were in a good spot. I tried to stay back from the conversations. What was your plan? Was it to go at the bunker or left of the bunker? What was the play there on your second shot? Obviously, we know how it ended up on that one. I think it was probably more of a nerves thing than anything, and just
Yes.
the water, just getting like trying not to. We all try to avoid something, and then you either do way to the right, or you hit it at it. But
Yep.
I didn't hear the actual plan where they're trying to get you. I can't remember how much of the tree was in your way of your line, but
It was in the way. It was directly in the way of my line to the left side of the green.
okay.
Yeah,
so,
you didn't have a clear shot at the green.
Didn't have a clear
so
shot.
that
bunker
angle.
was probably your aim point then.
Bunker was the aim point.
What'd you
And
hit
I hit a 7.
there? Okay.
Somebody said, just watch out for the water and you'll be fine.
That had to have been on very
on
average
your team?
golfers.
On my team, yeah.
Oh,
No, so someone on your team told you?
Yep. And then I rebutted, which was
Wait,
also
can I
incorrect.
guess? I have a guess who said that.
I don't even remember. I just remember hearing it because I didn't turn around.
That is such a Bina thing to say in that
yeah.
situation.
If I had to guess, well, it was only
was for sure.
it was
Bina.
only Bina and Boda up there. It wouldn't have been Boda, I don't think.
No. Oh, Boda
No,
would say that.
yeah, I don't remember.
Very sarcastically. I don't think Boda would have said that in that moment.
I'll get to what Boda told me
1,000% Bina.
Yeah, after my wedge shot, my 5th shot, I'll tell you what Boda told me. But yeah, so I was already in my head when I got up there and I saw the water. Then I saw the tree in front of me. And then I think the grass there was a little thicker, but I think I was with the green. My swing was. But for some reason, with grass like that, that's a little fluffier in the rough, I always hit it fat.
Okay.
And
you just get
I
too
don't know
high
why.
up on you're getting it too high up on the face.
Yep.
Yeah.
And that's what I kind of did, and I hit it off the toe a little bit, and it went right into that tree.
Yeah.
But I still could have salvaged the hole, I think, if I would have.
You could have. I think it would have.
I could have.
It would have.
Error free. I could have salvaged it.
The next shot would have had to been, I think, probably in that neck of the fairway, because you were in a really hard spot up on that hill. Like to get.
Yeah.
Like that would have been hard for anybody to get up.
And that was a good shot, I thought.
It was. But you still had a 30-footer on a sloping green there with light that's low. Like that's just hard.
Because I was off. I think I was off by like a foot, maybe.
Yeah.
Off the green.
Yeah.
After my chip.
Yeah, you might have 40 feet. I mean, it was no, it was a
It was a
great shot
yeah.
from the hill up there. Not an easy spot to be in, especially in the circumstances. So
Right before that chip, Boda comes up and he taps me on the shoulder, and I turn around. And he said, "Pressure is a privilege," but like not with a smile on his face, just like a mentor would say. I'm Scotty Scheffler, and he's whatever that older guy.
Ted.
Yeah, and he just said that to me, and I was like, okay, well now I got to do it.
That could go a lot of
I
ways.
love that.
But he kind of talked through the shot with me and the lie, and I ended up just following exactly what he said, which usually
Yeah.
doesn't happen.
Yeah.
And I think if it would have gone just a little further, it probably would have caught a little bit of slope and
Yeah.
maybe rolled. But I keep replaying that over and over, that whole hole in my head.
I mean, I think you recovered fine. I mean, I don't think anybody else could have gotten a whole lot better than that, especially from hitting where you were back there by that tree.
That little tiny green
Yeah.
space.
Yeah. I mean, you did as well as you could, honestly. And Jordan did enough under the
Yeah.
pressure and hit a great
Yep.
putt there to tap it in for the win. But
Jordan played a very good hole
yeah,
18
yeah,
Yes, he did.
under
yeah,
even with some of the trouble Christian was in. I mean, you never know.
no,
Christian could pull a miracle shot out of
yeah. Well, and
nowhere.
Jordan, you
And
still got to get over the water, like under the pressure. You
exactly.
just never.
Yes.
Yeah.
He
It
had
could
a tough
be.
second shot too.
Yeah, could
Yep.
thin one, you could fat one just with the pressure. I mean, so getting it over the water was just essential. So I mean, obviously, kudos to him.
I mean,
We'll
Jordan played it. Yeah,
Yeah.
I thought he played well all day. I think what hurt him was I just got lucky, and because he had to give me one or two strokes every hole.
Yeah, yeah. Well, he
But I thought
shot.
he played really well
Yeah,
all day.
he shot 82. You were net 84 that round. So I mean, it's a tight match. And both those net was on 18 there. I mean, I think because you doubled, you had a net double, and he had a par. So I mean, you were essentially literally net dead even with him.
Yeah.
Which in match play is not always the case. You can be off by have a couple bad holes and still be even on the scorecard. But yeah, you guys played really well. And then I just think it's just super special Hackers Cup to end that way.
Yeah.
With all of the energy, with all of the drama, to on the last group to decide the cup at Turtleback. I don't think you couldn't have drawn up a better ending other than maybe us winning. But in terms of just the overall atmosphere and how that ended, I'm not sure that you could have dreamed up a better final for how that ended. I thought it was just so cool. And
I agree. I felt like I said, I don't like losing, but I wasn't upset after 18 was done because I feel like there was a moment of calm after it was done where even though those guys won, they were almost sportsmanlike, in the moment where they were just
we'll give them
appreciative.
almost. We'll give them almost.
Almost,
Yeah,
almost.
yeah, yeah,
But it seemed like they appreciated the grit and the battle,
yeah.
and then for a moment they just appreciated the battle, and there wasn't as much like jarring back and forth.
Yeah.
It seemed like it was like, holy cow, that was awesome.
Yeah.
Good job for the fight.
Yeah. No, I'm with you. I
Would have
think
felt like.
I'm with you. I hate losing almost probably more than I love winning. But I think for us to have come back the way we did and fought and gave ourselves a chance when it didn't look like it looked like it was going to be a repeat of Lawsonia, which you weren't there for that, but it was an absolute ass kicking. And we never had a chance really, other than a brief moment on singles when it looked like we could potentially make a miracle comeback. This one actually happened, and even though we lost, I think you're right. It's like you can't ask more of yourself than the fight and actually making it close. So,
Yeah.
I mean, can't be mad about that. It was an excellent time. It was fun, and all timer. If we come up with better Hackers Cups in the future, we are living the golden life to have Hackers Cups that come off like that. So
The most meaningful part at the end of that was the amount of people that came up from our team and from the other team and told me that they were proud of me.
Yeah.
I was happy about that. And that made me realize that we're all just guys doing guy things. As much as we like to butt heads,
Dudes rock.
yeah, we're all just dudes out there.
Dudes rock. Yeah, I think from the seat we were in heading into Sunday morning, uh, like the way you guys came out and played morning into afternoon. Um, Jake and I got beat by Berger and Hanveld in alt shot, and those guys shot 4 under on the front nine, and we're kind of just like, what do you do? And then the way you guys all fought and fought and fought, and having it come down, like you're saying, Dan, to the 18th hole, to the last match, and especially the 18th hole at Turtleback, where a lot of us, I can think of 100 times I've been on that 18th hole watching people come in, and it's like, here's another scenario, and probably one of the cooler ones I've been involved with, of like, last match is coming down to the 18th, and we're all either up on the hill or down on the green, kind of following along. It was awesome. It was and kicking myself a little bit, because like we said, oh, we should have got videos for the podcast, we should have done this, and I had I had like a small little piece of my head that was like, oh, I'm gonna snap a couple pictures, it's kind of cool. But yeah, it was awesome. And Christian, you played hard, you played well, and um Jordan too. I mean, he was fucking clutch. Like
Yep.
I've been in those situations where you got, more than the 3 other guys in your group watching, and for whatever reason, even though we're all buddies, like, you're still nervous
Yeah,
in
yeah.
that
Oh yeah.
situation. After the fact, you're like, why the hell was I so nervous?
Well,
But no,
I think
I thought it
like
was great.
you just don't want to let your buddies down, right? Like even though it
Yeah.
Yeah.
doesn't matter, it's not like it's not really for anything. You just you all want to win and you don't want to let them down. And I think from a tap and triples perspective, I mean, we just couldn't have been happier for you, Christian, to have just been able to handle that moment as well as you did, and uh, just to give us a chance to have a chance at the end like that. Obviously, we all played a part in that, but for you to do what you did those last 3 holes was just it was awesome. So
I wonder, because I know how good of a golfer Jordan is, golfing with him every week. I wonder how it would have been different if you couldn't have outside influence from your team.
yeah, I was gonna bring that
If you
up.
had to play it without any help.
I was gonna bring that up. Like, I actually don't know the rules from a Ryder Cup standpoint when they do the official Ryder Cup. What like who and what kind of help they can get, because I think the captains can actually talk club advice and certain things, but I don't know how much help they could give. Like if they wanted to read a putt, like I don't know. But you're right. I mean, it would be interesting because both of you got a lot of help those the last 2 holes. I'd say I don't know about 16
Yeah.
as much for you, but well, Boda might have read a putt for you, but I think Colton read a putt for yeah.
Boda read the putt for me on 16.
Yeah, but I think Colton was reading the putt up there maybe too. So I mean, you guys both had a lot of help going through there. I don't know that would have changed a ton because you guys both were like you were going to hit the shot. Maybe from a putting standpoint with the read, maybe that helped you a little bit. But you were gonna you ripped that driver with nobody's help. The wedge shot was I don't know how much you really didn't have a lot of help there either. I don't think
17. I don't think I would have played any differently, but 18 for sure. I would have hit driver
trying to go over the water
for sure.
But I think that's all fair. Like, I bet you, Dan, if we looked up the rules, I bet they probably draw the line at on the putting green. Like,
having 9 people.
I mean, I was fine with it because as long as both teams got the same help, it didn't matter.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
and so I'm not saying it was wrong. I think I was totally fine with it. But I don't actually know what the limits are at the actual Ryder Cup.
I haven't thought of that until you just brought it up. So who knows?
Speaking of reading putts,
those guys got caddies out there reading their putts too in the Ryder Cup.
Yeah. Do you remember on 18? My chip was like a foot off the green, right on the fringe, and I bent down to grab my ball.
Oh yeah.
To line it up.
Yeah.
Because I don't know the rules. And everyone's like, "No, don't touch it."
You called your ass on that for sure. DQ.
I actually think maybe you did it on 16 too, and nobody or somebody
I
said
did.
something. Yeah.
Oh,
No, I definitely I lined it up
Yeah.
on
And
16.
somebody, I think
what?
afterwards, somebody said, "Did he just move that ball?" And everybody's like,
Well, and in the previous year on I think it was Mammoth when it was Walker and I versus Zach and maybe his brother Colton. I didn't know the rules, but we're on the green and we're getting ready to putt, and I marked it. I marked my ball, but I picked up the ball I played the hole with, and I put down a brand new ball with nice lines on it, like the Callaway. And Zach goes, "What are you doing?" I'm like, "This is my putting ball." And he goes, you can't do that."
You actually can't change your ball in the middle of a hole either.
So,
Like, yeah,
but
you
I
have to
honestly didn't
wait
know.
till
I'm
the
like, I
next
didn't
hole to
know
have
you couldn't.
that.
So I
I
took
got
the
a
nice ball.
driver ball and a putting ball. Doesn't everybody?
It's
Well,
actually a
because
great
I just play
idea.
random balls that have scuffs and dirt on them. So
Yeah, yeah.
I put the nice ball down to putt.
That's funny. I hadn't heard that story.
But now I'm still learning.
Hey,
Next year I'll be better.
keep learning, keep getting better.
I love the thought process. It makes total fucking sense.
I wanted
Why
to
would I
bring
use a
up
scuffed up ball to putt?
I wanted to bring up what actually ended up being maybe the most important match of the whole weekend was it Bina Birch Zach versus Noah getting the half on alt shot on 18.
Yeah,
Like at the moment, I knew when it happened, I was like, we needed that half point. But you don't know it because going into so if they don't get that, if that's a win, I'm pretty sure we win on 17. Or no, or maybe we can't lose going into 18.
Maybe we can't lose. Yeah.
Yeah. At least in we
yeah,
have
I
to go to
think that
tiebreaker.
sounds right.
But yeah, that half point when it happened, you even though we took 3.5, even though I took $20 off Zach telling him we'd take at least 3, the 3.5 versus the 4 was so big for you guys, Tyler, and looking back, it probably won the Hackers Cup for you. It really, and because they came back from 4 down. I went back and looked at the match. They were 4
was
down.
it that high? Wow.
Yeah, it was. I mean, they were 4 down at what round was that? That was the third round.
So that was the morning on Sunday.
They charged back. That's Dan.
They were
you're
4 down
definitely
after 12 holes, and then it goes 4 down after 13 holes. So after the par 3, they were still 4 down, and then they go birdie, bogey, birdie, birdie, birdie to tie the match with a net birdie on 18.
Wait, Bina and Birch were down?
No, they were up. Bina and Birch were up 4 after 13 holes. They were They were literally almost dormy, and I haven't talked to either one. I don't know what happened in that match other than Zach and Noah just they went 3 under in the last 5 holes on alt shot.
Yeah,
Noah's sneaky clutch.
Yeah,
and that was big too for us because I was in, I think, I can't remember how many groups ahead of them we were, but that whole board Sunday morning was blue, and
yeah.
so those guys coming in and pushing that to a half a point. I mean, that gave us a little bit of life going into singles, and we were all in the bar, like, in the bar, kind of walking around, talking to each other, like, oh shit, that didn't go well. And then seeing Noah and Zach fight for that half was huge. So that was great.
Yeah, I think that will be remembered as one of the most clutch half points in Hackers Cup history for sure.
Mm-hmm.
I'd be curious to hear from Zach or Noah on what they were feeling going through that. So we might have to have one or both, maybe both of them on as a recap episode to talk about that match, just that match, because that was critical. So
well, Zach was riding on good vibes because after the first round was done and we were the last group to tee off in the second round, we talked to Zach and Jordan and we said, what if we just push and we stay in the clubhouse? But we didn't.
all right.
And I'm glad we didn't.
Yeah, I'm glad you didn't too.
I
Uh,
remember on the second round, I think I was beating Jordan by a lot on the front nine, and then we came up the turn off of nine, and the Hot Moms Club was sitting there. Berta, obviously.
Wait, you talk about the singles? Singles, yeah, singles.
Yeah, singles, the second
Yeah,
round on
yeah,
Sunday.
yeah.
So it was Berta, Allie, and Hope. And Allie made some comment like, "You got to start tanking, or my husband's gonna lose it," or something like that. And I couldn't get off the tee on the back nine
Yeah,
until I think until 17.
yeah. You were 3 up after 8.
Yeah, I was
You were
3 up.
you were 2 up after 9. And then yeah, you went 1 up, all square, down 1, all
I
square.
lost every hole, didn't I?
Well, no, you were able to get one back on 13, the par 3 downhill with par 3, but then you lost the next 2, and then you won the next 2, and then obviously 18.
Yeah,
But
I mean it
yeah,
was a roller coaster of emotions
yeah.
on the back.
Well, that's all. That's the adrenaline. That's the emotion. That's the energy. That was just the clutch factor. You've got the clutch factor definitively at this point. I was gonna bring up any other incredible like shots or moments through the weekend. Obviously, Sunday is gonna stand out because it's Turtleback and how it ended and the comeback and everything. But I had a couple written down at Wild Ridge. Sirik eagled 7, the par 5, and hit just a wicked. I don't know if he hit a 3-wood or what he hit, but he put it to like 2 feet. And
Dang.
got an eagle, and then Colton Ellis got a net eagle on the same hole. But Sierik's shot was like it was an awesome shot. And then obviously everybody's gonna think about Alex's hole out eagle on 18 coming
Yeah.
up from Eau Claire Country Club
Mhm.
from down there. But I didn't know if
Our parotid was already just leaking,
I know.
and then he just kept cutting.
Yeah.
Just twisted the knife with that. Let's
What a
go.
just a nut kick to end that
It
horrible
was.
day, right? Like,
Yeah.
but any other
Yeah.
shots that you can think of that were like standouts from the rest of the weekend, or
Yeah. I mean, I'll toot my own horn here, and this was the second closest I've ever been, believe it or not. But I had what is that, sixth? I think it's hole sixth. It was an uphill par 3 at the country club.
Mhm.
Hit a pitching wedge to it, spun it back to a half of a ball more. It would have been in the hole. I mean,
Oh,
it was
Dang.
all over it.
that's one thing
And
we're missing is an ace.
I know and who else was it though that almost had one? I think at the country club, was it Birch? Somebody else came really close
There
too.
were a couple of
So
near misses on Turtleback too, I think, weren't there?
Yeah.
yeah, we
Jake got
had
7, I think.
yep. We Jake was close too. We had some ticklers throughout the weekend where one of these years it's going to happen and
So,
it's going to
Yep.
be incredible.
Yep.
what do you think? Do you think the ending of Hackers Cup would have been anywhere near like it was if we'd had a hole in one earlier, like that day? Let's say it was on
Mhm.
Sunday. Like, do you think everything would have just ended because of the energy of a hole in one, and we wouldn't have had the ending that we
Yeah,
had?
That's
I
hard
don't.
to say.
I can
Yeah,
almost just see the whole thing ending. Like we just walk off and we're like, all right, we're done. We're
that's
going,
it.
you
Yeah,
know.
we're gonna sit at the bar the rest
Yeah,
of the night.
like
Yeah, it's great. No, I mean, I don't think so. I mean, we had so the one that I've been involved in that's had like I think there were 4 or 5 groups. Playing was at Colton Ellis's bachelor party. Jordan got one at Big Fish, um, on the ninth hole, and like we definitely celebrated the hole in one, but then and that I don't know, that's a little bit different because Big Fish they have this brick and mortar like bar after the ninth hole. Um, so we literally just sat in there and drank for what I maybe remember was like a half hour, 45 minutes, and then we went back out on the golf course. I don't think we would have had time to do that, but I think we definitely would have like we would have celebrated, but then gotten back to business.
Okay. Yeah. It just came to me in the moment. I didn't know if it would just if
I know
this
what you're saying though.
yeah.
If it take the whole
Yeah.
all right, that's it. Like,
Yeah.
who gives a
But then
shit? Who
Ben
wins this
Hanveld
now?
said, I wasn't there, but he said after you guys came back out on 10,
He hold out for Eagle. Yeah.
he holed out for Eagle at like 190 and nobody
Yeah.
cared.
That's true. Yeah, nobody did care because Jordan made a hole in one from shorter. But yeah,
So maybe I can see it if a hole in one happened. I can see everybody just because of the competition, the competitiveness, finishing the Hackers Cup. But I don't see it coming to such like a
Drama
yeah.
ending. Yeah.
a
What?
drama
Yeah,
ending.
I think Dan, it's more like what would the actual highlight have been? Because I
Right.
think the
Right.
highlight of this cup is that last stretch of holes there on Sunday afternoon. But
Yeah.
like, yeah, if somebody gets an ace in the Saturday morning round, it's like that's still probably all we're gonna fucking talk about, you
Yeah.
know?
Yeah, for
So
sure. Yeah. I think you still have a chance at the ending though, since it's on the other day. But
yeah,
yeah. I mean, we got to get a hole in one at some point. That will
yeah.
absolutely be an epic Hackers Cup year when that
Oh, there
happens.
was
So.
another shot to Christian against you and Bina at Wild Ridge where it was the hole we ended up closing you guys out, and Alex, like, out of nowhere, snap hooked his 3-wood into the shit on the left, and
Yep.
then he takes his drop, and this is like the last bit of life you guys had. Um, he takes his drop and hits it to like 4 inches to close out the match.
Yep.
That's a classic AC move.
That was pretty incredible.
The kid played lights out, and then when he made a mistake, he scrambled perfectly.
Yeah. Yeah, he played some good golf there on Saturday. That was
I
that was
think
fun to be
I've
in the
played
cart.
against you, Tyler, and AC a couple times, and you guys have
Yeah,
always been difficult.
for sure. The one of the
One of the Galenas.
backwards drive course at Galena, we definitely played against you.
Yep.
I didn't play with Alex at Sand Valley, so I think
Okay,
that's
so
the
then it was
only
just
other
the.
time.
Yep.
But yeah, we and
You
you
guys play
had
well
at
together.
yeah, we do. You Clarence at Galena, Clarence was playing tough.
Hmm.
You got so and we started fading a little bit, but yeah, Alex and I at Wild Ridge on Saturday, it was
I mean,
just good ham and egg golf. Neither of us. I think I shot like 82 and he shot 80, so it wasn't like
Yeah.
we individually played lights out. It was just a good like balance of it was good 4-ball golf is what it was. So
I mean, all of you
Going
guys.
back to memorable shots that you asked me at the beginning, Dan, that reminds me of Galena playing against Tyler and Alex. That I think it was 18. I forget which course it was, but it's like a V shape, and you're teeing off down. There's a crick, and then you're hitting
yep,
up onto the
yeah,
green.
uh-huh.
Oh yeah, that's
That's the South course,
is that the South
right?
course?
Yeah,
Okay,
that was Sunday morning. That was the goofy one.
because
That
I
was
think we
that hole
pushed
with
that
that
round,
we
Clarence
did.
and I.
We pushed, yep. Hmm.
But I think I hit a hybrid just before the water. Then I hit my second shot in the sand.
Yeah. Yes.
And then I hit a sand shot out of my mind that I could never replicate.
That was I remember that exactly now. So
Yeah,
is my
because
dog.
I remember watching Boda and Sirik's group come up. I think they have that on that hole. That's about the only hole I remember on that whole course. Like I don't know why I can't remember anything else about that course, but 18, yeah. Now that you say it, that did have that strange like V shape to it. So
I
um,
definitely play better when there's like Sand Valley, like the whole campus. I played better there because I didn't lose as many balls. That's the key for me. Galena was I was
nightmare.
ready to sell my clubs after that weekend.
Yeah, that was I think more lost balls at Galena probably between both teams than Sand Valley.
Anywhere else.
The entire Sand Valley weekend. You could probably pick one round on the general and lose more balls than maybe
After
Sand
day
Valley
one
weekend.
at Galena, Walker gives me a Walmart bag filled with refurbished golf balls. He said, "You're going to need these."
Oh my God.
All right. I think that's a lot of the golf talk. What else did I have here? That was pretty much it from a golf standpoint. I think obviously the rest of Hackers Cup. I thought Camp Sand and Gravel was perfect. I think it was a great base camp for us. Would definitely repeat a Hackers Cup in Rice Lake, Eau Claire, or Rice Lake Spooner, Rice Lake Hayward, whatever we would want to do in the future. I think it's perfect to do, and I want to do it more often. I think every other year, every third year would be good,
Yeah.
just to kind of get back. I just think the energy there is just special, and
I
it's
think
obviously.
Bruce really liked it.
Oh yeah,
I think he liked the energy, and
I want to get Bruce on the pod. I think he would be a great
yeah,
interview to see
I think he'd be great too.
what he would think about, when as a spectator and everything. He was so jacked up. He caught us on, was it sixth?
Yeah.
And
Yep.
trying to get the app going. So we're teeing off on 6 in our singles match on Sunday, and I got to help him get the app downloaded and logged in so that he can follow all the live scores.
Yeah. He was eating it up.
It was awesome.
He loved it.
Yeah. We got to find a way to get him on the pod, or maybe you and Colton or you and Jake could do a live one with him.
Yeah, we'll figure that out.
Yeah.
That's a great idea.
It'd be interesting to hear getting his recollection of what his thoughts were when I was teeing off on 16, because he watched me struggle on 15.
Yeah.
And then he watched me hose one into the woods on 16. And he's thinking like, oh, it's coming down to these guys. They're fine.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. The spectator aspect of it, I think, would be a cool vantage point to hear from. And then, so Camp Sand and Gravel, big win. Thought that was awesome. Big shout out to the Ellis family for hosting us there. And then the bus was, I thought, perfect for getting us to and from Eau Claire. I thought that was a great idea. I think Jake set that up. So big shout out to Jake. I don't want to get into the bus more than that. I think we let you guys. You guys had your fun, and we don't need to get into anything else about the bus. But
I mean, logistically,
logistically, it was
the bus was a great idea.
Yeah.
Having guys drive there,
would have been a nightmare. Yeah.
When you're up 7-1, a party bus is pretty fun. When you're down 7-1, it's probably not very fun.
Yeah,
especially being on the same bus as.
It was still fun, even though you were down 7-1.
It was it was
until
great.
you get to those moments. But so I want to just bring up and say, obviously big thanks to Jake for setting that up, and obviously the Ellises for hosting that at the cabin. But
yeah, one more too, Dan. I know Bruce helped us get out onto the country club too, so I think give Bruce a little shout out for that on here.
Thank you everybody.
Bruce. Absolutely.
Thanks,
that
Bruce.
was awesome. I think there was a moment on the country club where we're probably like 6 holes in and we're the only ones out there, and it was just awesome.
Yeah,
I mean,
it did feel like we were the only ones out there, because we kind of were.
Yeah, I mean, it's a hot day. I'm sure the lot of member play that happened in the morning, and get off there, get home. But I might have saw maybe 2 or 3 other groups out there while we were. I mean, there
weren't even people in the pool.
No, it was awesome.
Yeah. That was cool. Cool opportunity to go play a private course like that for sure. Let's see. The last thing I wanted to talk about from my end, Hackers Cup wise, before we get into some more stuff, I have some rapid fire for you, Christian, and stuff. Was, I think, I don't know who caught it, but I kind of altered, or maybe we need to alter the GOAT award moving forward. I gave it to Zach this year. He was 3-0-1. He got the clutch half point on 18. He wasn't the net low, but I thought Zach's vibes, his energy, I think overall involvement in the group on both sides, I think was so good. So I decided to give it to him this year. Part of that was influenced because I was pissed off at Jake. So it maybe not as entirely fair to Jake that I didn't give it to him, but I think he probably understands why I didn't. But I'm just wondering if the GOAT award maybe needs to evolve from just the overall net low, which I think we can all agree is a little skewed, in that regard on how that works sometimes versus more of a just overall, I don't know, the Zach Ellis type thing this year, where
Yep.
he was got 3.5 points, the clutch point, but also was just so good as a group member, and he's Zach. I mean, he's what he is. But so
I love playing with
I
Zach.
wanted to bring that up and just see if there was any thoughts on that. It's
Yeah,
kind of
I
hard. It's
think
kind of a subjective thing, but
yeah, it's kind of hard because it feels like every year it just flies by. Like you get up, you play Saturday, you play 36, we get all pissed up Saturday night, and then Sunday comes and it's before you know it, you're on hole 32 and you're like, holy shit, this
yeah,
thing's almost over.
yeah,
Um, if there was some way we could like work out a vote or um Dan, if we had like a couple criteria of like, okay, who is the low net? What were
Mm.
a couple guys like Zach, for instance?
yeah,
Zach was 3-0-1. I gotta imagine Berger probably had a pretty good weekend points wise. So like,
yeah. I think he was 2-2. I could be wrong on that, but
okay.
yeah.
But yeah, are there like, do we throw like three or four names into the hat for the GOAT and then
I
put it
actually
up for
I
vote?
like that. I think a group vote probably is more fair. Obviously, when it's an objective like the net low, it's easy that you don't have to do it. But
Yeah.
I kind of feel like a group vote's a little bit more fun. Um,
We would
and
just have
maybe
to figure out how to get that done because like my
yeah,
whole point is like, well, Sunday night nobody's gonna do that. So then what do you
yeah.
do it?
I mean, you could just. I think what you could do, like you said, everybody writes down 3 names, right?
Yeah.
And they put votes in, and then whoever has the most votes, if there's a tie, everybody puts them, does it real quick again with just those 2 names, and whoever wins the vote after that, or
Well, that'd
something like
be yeah,
that. But
that would
The
actually be kind
hard
of
part
cool. We
about
could
that,
do that. We could do that in person, like
yeah,
afterwards,
yeah,
and kind
yeah,
of make it a thing. Yeah, that's a good idea.
the hard part about that, I think, and maybe it's just because I don't pay attention very well, is knowing how everyone else in the group played.
Yeah.
yeah,
So
that's
you're giving
true.
a vote,
Yeah,
yeah, without knowing all the
um,
details.
So
But
yeah,
I
your
mean,
idea about having stats, like, and I don't know how easily you can pull that data at the end of the round on Sunday, but if you had like um, people's records and like the low score or something.
yeah,
yeah. I can get net stuff pretty easily, pretty quickly. It doesn't take too long, and I can get everybody pretty much knows their record. You can ask somebody, what was your record this weekend? Like,
Yeah, that's true.
that wouldn't take too long. I can get the app will give me the net stuff pretty quickly. So I think I can get that relatively quickly. That's
I
not a
mean, if it
big
takes us
deal.
10 minutes to get the data
Yeah,
while we're
yeah,
drinking and eating dinner,
yeah, yeah.
we can
yeah.
vote
Or,
after.
or
Uh,
Dan, we could see what because you've been messing around with some different apps. You could see what some of the capabilities were of like maybe there is a functionality that would have everyone's record handy or something like that where it's
yeah,
pretty easy to look up.
yeah. Speaking of, so I messed around with called Squabbit or whatever, which was a similar app as Golf Gamebook, and I went back and put all Hackers Cup years in there. Um, and it was pretty good. The only thing with that, the nice thing about Squabbit versus Golf Gamebook is that the issue that we have with Golf Gamebook's course handicaps not lining up with the actual scorecards, I can go in and
Mm,
Squabbit ahead of time, and I can actually edit that so that we can look at those cards before it starts, and I can edit any changes I need to make on the handicap so that the actual scorecard lines up with Squabbit. That's I think maybe a reason to switch to Squabbit next year because you can still see all the live results going. Um, and I think it's really, I'm gonna send it out to the group and they can look at it and see how they like it compared to Golf Gamebook. But the nice part is being able to edit those course handicaps when they're wrong. Because Golf Gamebook you can't change. When holes number 2 is a 7 handicap, but on the scorecard we're playing at the course that day it's a 9, and somebody's getting a pop when they shouldn't. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, it's
yeah,
it like my stance on that has always been like it doesn't really matter
no, it
like
does.
as
It
long as
doesn't.
everyone
Yeah, yeah,
but it still sucks like
yeah,
because
It's
you got one
confusing.
guy in the
Yeah.
group on his phone, and
Yeah.
then everyone else is on the scorecard, and it's
Yeah.
like, oh, you get a stroke on this one. We didn't. Yeah.
Yeah.
So it
Uh,
is a kind of a pain.
yeah. So I can see what other apps functionality they have there, but yeah, I think something to look into, and I'll send the Squabbit stuff out because I've got all the years on there, going back to the original, so you can go back
Yeah.
and look and see. The one thing that I have to figure out, the net numbers that it gives you in the app, I feel like are wrong, and so I got to figure out why it's pulling those numbers and how it's doing that.
Oh,
So
interesting.
I went back and when I
Like
did it,
individual net.
well, when you'll see, like it'll give you like stats for the weekend, and it'll say net low round was something stupid, and then you go back and you're like, well, no, it was a net. His net was higher than that when you look at it. So I'm not sure
Huh.
how it's pulling that in on some of it, but in the scorecard itself, it's right. But when it pulls it in on the stats portion,
Oh, I
yeah,
know what you're saying.
yeah,
Okay.
I'm not sure why it does that, but so I got to look into that a little bit, but I don't know. So I
I
think
mean, I like your idea of changing. Maybe not. Maybe changing is the wrong word, but I feel like the title GOAT is maybe a misnomer for the award because I feel like GOAT is um, insinuating like a long time period, or
yeah,
maybe MVP of the weekend is
yeah.
probably
I think
so. But Zach
it all
having a
spawned
good,
from those shirts that I got and had the
yeah,
tiger on it. That's the reason why I started. But I agree, the name of it is like it's probably not the best name for the
because I would
actual.
agree that Jake is the GOAT because of his record, and he just continues to perform every year.
I'm gonna I'm gonna leave that one alone.
Yeah.
But
That's
but
where's
year to
this one gonna
year,
go?
I don't think Jake's the MVP because this year Zach had a good record. He
Yeah,
wasn't low net, but he had good vibes. He came up clutch for his team in a match. So
yeah, yeah.
I agree with your
You could
choice.
actually give Zach two clutch performances. He closes out Bina on 16 without having to
Yeah,
drag
true.
on because Bina wasn't out of it. I mean, he could have if he
Yep.
had put. Now you got two options to kind of get it done. So he closes them out on 16 on the second round, and then also the half on the ult shot on in the morning that day. So with Noah, but so yeah, I mean, I think it's worth looking into a change there because I don't know. I think it's
I
just
mean, the goat hat was cool.
yeah. I mean, I think we could still keep the goat hat and name the
Yeah,
award something different,
an
probably.
MVP hat wouldn't have looked as cool.
Nah, I found that in Shields, so I gotta find more of those next year, I guess. But um, all right. Before we do rapid fire with Christian and wrap this thing up, anything else from you, Ty, that you wanted to talk about? Well, I'm in no rush, so it's not like I'm trying to end this, but um,
Oh, no, I mean, no, I don't know how
we
late I joined,
We
but
didn't. We didn't. We just basically had done his favorite courses, holes, moments. We didn't even get
Hmm.
to rapid fire.
oh,
So
okay.
I'm just talking about in general thoughts, comments about Hackers Cup.
Yeah, no,
Yeah,
I mean, I would say another it was a really fun weekend. I think as we expected, like being on our home turf made it I think just a little more special, and I, I had a blast, and for whatever reason, I I can't put 4 rounds of golf together ever. Um, but I mean, God, it's just it's something I look forward to every summer, and it lived up to the hype. And I you guys deserve a ton of credit for how you battle back on Sunday. Because I mean, honestly, I went into Sunday like this fucking shit is over. Like cruise control, baby. That wasn't the case at all. So I mean, it was and coming down to the wire like that. I mean, it's got to be up there as one of in terms of the golf and the competition has to be up there as one of the best Hackers Cups we've had.
yeah.
I agree.
I even think even though the tension probably is not ideal, the bickering, which all got sorted out in the end. I think
Hmm.
even though that's not probably ideal, I think it's not really a true buddies weekend if guys aren't you know getting a little
Oh,
heated
yeah.
at each other. So
We got to
I
give each
don't.
other some shit.
My brother would argue that it's bad for the Hackers Cup. I think some of it's okay. I think some of it's good. I think some of it's just going to happen regardless. It's not. I think yet to the level where that stuff's a problem. But as long as we can keep it, to friendly bickering and friendly tension, moving
Yeah.
forward, I think we'll be fine. But
Yeah. I mean, in the moment, like
Yeah.
it
Yeah.
wasn't fun, but
Right, yeah.
looking back at it,
Yeah,
it's like, yeah, I mean, how we've done this forever.
Yep.
All of us,
every
like,
single time we see each other. Yeah.
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 So,
Well, good. Yeah, I think that was well said. I think all-time Hackers Cup. I don't. If we end up beating this Hackers Cup in terms of how epic it was more
Yeah.
than once, I think we're going to be very lucky. And
fuck yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
and we'll just be, playing with house money at that point. So, yeah. Well, all right, Christian. I have some rapid fires for you. If you had any that you thought of, Tyler, you can throw them at him too. But I've only got 4 at the moment. I had a 5th one, then I forgot it, and I can't remember what it was. But all right, so basically, I'm going to read the question, and without thinking more than maybe a second, you just give me your answer off the top of your head, okay? So, first one: if you could go back and play football again, would you choose to play at UW La Crosse or Rice Lake High School?
UW La Crosse.
All right. Out of curiosity, why?
I don't know if it was the size of the program that added to it, but I mean, obviously I have some of my best friends from high school too, but in terms of like the football culture, it just seemed more involved and there was a little bit more buy-in, I think. So, yeah.
Okay, good. All right. Would you rather have to get up and down from a greenside bunker or two-putt a 40-footer?
Two put a 40-footer.
Okay.
That was quick.
Didn't even hesitate there. I love that.
Yeah.
All right. Who would you rather beat in singles? Jordan, Zach Ellis, or Jake?
Maybe Jake.
Okay. We'll remember that for next year. Last one I've got. And if you got anything else, we can go. But Buckeyes or Badgers?
Buckeyes.
Oh, man.
Only because
Wow.
I know, and I grew up a diehard Badger fan, but my dad is so diehard that when I told him I was going to Ohio State, he didn't talk to me for a year.
Oh my God.
He was more upset than when I came home in college with my ears pierced. And I've been graduated now 4 years. So I only took one class a semester, and it took me 5 years to get my master's. I've been graduated for 4 years, and he didn't give me an Ohio State gift until last year. Didn't even acknowledge it.
So you're bought in. You're dug in.
Yeah. So now it's just like to get under my dad's skin, but now I'm in it.
Oh my gosh.
I got one, Christian. So it's another would you rather, but let's would you rather have a 5-footer to win the Hackers Cup or have to pin your opponent inside the 20?
Pin my opponent. I think I'd blow my hamstring out, but I think I could still do a coffin corner.
Yeah.
I think so.
What if it was a 3-footer?
You remember the conversation we had before this all got started, Christian, about
3-footer. I'm just not as confident in my golf. But now I'm probably a little jaded because it has been 14 years since I've played football.
Wow, yeah, I guess that's
Do you
a
still
long
stretch?
time.
I haven't stretched since football, Dan.
So it's not a question of if you're blowing out your hammy. It is a matter of
When.
how badly. Yeah.
That thing's coming out. That's that might come
But
off the
I'm
bone.
more confident in my punting abilities than my golfing abilities, but I think that there's a false sense of confidence because I've been so far removed.
Okay.
I think Christian, one you might want to look into a mallet putter instead of a blade. I think that might help you on the greens a
I
little
was
So
bit.
thinking
I
the same
chose the
thing. Yeah.
blade not because of any particular technical reason. It's because I am a Nike whore, and
Ah,
that's the only reason I bought it. I literally Googled Nike putters, and I bought the first one I saw on eBay.
Did Nike have any mallets?
I don't know. I saw the first one. It was $50. I ordered it, and to be honest, it doesn't even feel that good.
I'm trying to I'm trying to think back to Nike golf clubs. I
The
don't remember.
Squatch.
I don't remember a lot. Oh, everyone
I mean,
remembers the
they make
Squatch
a
and the
square
Sumo.
driver. They got to make a
Yeah,
square putter, right?
Yeah.
yeah. I don't remember what kind of mallet putters they had, but I'm sure they had some. I feel like they had a goofy one that had like a bar with like three holes in it, and then like a half moon on the back. You guys don't you? Anyone remember that?
Oh,
Somebody might.
maybe.
And I don't even know if that was Nike, but that just seems like
I remember seeing
something
that
that
at
would have been a
Dunham's
Nike.
in
Yeah,
2006.
yeah. It seems like that would be a Nike golf club. I don't know.
I remember saving up. I worked laying tile with my ex brother-in-law all summer, saving up for golf clubs because I had just gone out with I think it was Zach, Joe, and Greg Lancette at Lindale's. My first time golfing, and I was using my dad's clubs from when he was in college, so I don't know how old they were. 30 years old. They were awful. So I saved up all summer and I wanted the Nike irons because they were cool, and I got like the entry level Tommy Armors. And I was very disappointed, but I used those for 15 years.
I played Tommy Armours for a long time myself, Christian.
Did you?
Yeah, I had those in.
You want to know the earliest memory I have of you golfing, Dan?
Sure.
I was playing Cumberland with Colton Sirik and I forget who. This was like circa 2006. I
Okay.
think we were seniors, maybe.
Okay.
You were playing golf there. I don't know if it was a tournament or because you weren't in golf league, or you weren't on the golf team in high school.
I was, yeah.
Oh, were you?
Mm.
So I don't remember what it was, but you were teeing off on the back nine at Cumberland, and you had 3/4 of a hot dog in your mouth that you clearly just got, and then you teed off right down the fairway in the middle of a competition, and I was like, holy smokes.
So, man, I don't remember. I played Cumberland maybe once or twice in my life. I don't remember doing it in high school as on the team. But that's not to say that I didn't. I just don't remember
I don't
that.
remember if we had any meets
I
there.
played
So
with Rob there before.
maybe you were just golfing. I thought you were in a tournament.
Oh, I could have been.
Maybe not.
I don't remember that. I definitely always got a hot dog though. At
They
the
had like
place.
that little
Yeah.
cart,
Yeah.
like the little New York cart sitting right there.
What a memory! I'm so glad for you.
That one's just burned in my brain.
Great.
Dan with 3/4 glizzy in his mouth ripped one down the fairway.
Yeah, and I don't even know if he took a bite, but I don't know how far down it was.
I was
You
not
might need to
expecting that.
Put the explicit tag on this one.
Oh man. All right.
What about I don't know if we want to cover the Dan, I texted you about this, and I think it's like crazy to think anybody in our group would do this.
Oh.
You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah. Sure. Let's do it. Let's talk about it.
So
Let's see what Christian thinks about this.
Yeah, there's been a story that's kind of made its way around the internet about this guy that faked a hole in one at it was either a member or a member guest somewhere. So he he had this whole elaborate plot, but basically figured out that he was in the first group going out in the morning. Um, the first par three was like the fourth hole. He says he's expecting a call from his grandmother who's really sick, or regarding his grandmother who's really sick, and So he, after hole 3, he gets this phone call, goes up and hits his tee shot on the 4th hole. The rest of the group catches up, asks him how he did. He says, "Oh, I thinned it. I don't know where it is." But looked like it was on a good line. They get up there and it's in the hole. Well, then
And
it comes.
this is a prize hole. I think it was like
Yeah, there it was like
$5,000 for a
five
hole in one
five
or
grand
something.
at
Yeah.
stake for a hole in one. Yes. Well, it comes out, and this guy has been known to do some shady things on the golf course, and he's been, I think, kicked out from a couple other courses for some shady behavior. Um, but it comes out that some of the other guys playing were like, "Ah, we might want to look into this." No other witnesses saw it, outside of their group. The superintendent finds video of him parking off that hole because they had cameras on that hole he was on.
On like a storage shed, like a maintenance shed or
Yeah, like a
something.
maintenance
Yeah.
shed. He went onto the green and like made a fake ball mark right in front of the hole and placed his ball in the hole. So it's a completely wacky story, right? Nobody, just be clear, like nobody in our group would ever do this. But who do you guys think? Throw a name out there. Who would do this in our group? Because think I think it is so funny. It just, who would go to that extent to fake a hole in one? What?
and be serious about it, or as
Oh
a
yeah,
joke?
no,
I think
like
in our group it would be as a joke, but
it would be a
Yeah.
joke.
yeah, but yeah, I can't. I told Ty, I was like, "There's no way you can call somebody out in our group for actually thinking that they could seriously do this." But I could. I think you're right. Bina would do it as a joke, and it would.
I was thinking
yeah,
Beaner
yeah,
or Walker.
Yeah,
yeah. That's what he said too. Yeah,
I said Beaner or Walker.
yeah. Yeah, I think they could pull it off as a joke, but they would not use it with the same intention that this guy did.
No,
Yeah.
everyone's too competitive.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
And it's just like there's,
yeah.
it's a hole in one, man.
That's a
like,
whole nother level of just douchebaggery to do something for real
Yeah.
like that. Like, I was just like, I mean, that story's wild. The planning that went into that, and then to not. I mean, I guess who knows how far away the cameras were, but like you would think that if it's close enough, but I guess you could see from a distance that the guy parked there and did something at the hole, even if it wasn't close. So,
well, and it's, a lot of courses like Hayward, they have cameras on all their par threes. Just,
Oh, really?
maybe there's a security
Really?
thing to it, but
oh,
there's also just like you can sit in the bar and watch people hit on all the par threes there.
I love that idea. Like, I think that's cool.
Yeah,
Oh,
so
man,
I mean, it's just like
knowing that makes me nervous.
yeah, I think it's Hayward. Is it Hayward Golf? I would still call it Golf and Tennis.
Mhm.
So I think it's Hayward Golf Club now. I'm fairly certain they have cameras on all their par threes.
I'll ask my father-in-law. He's going up there, I think, this weekend.
Yeah, well, report back to us. We'll clear the air on
Okay.
the next podcast.
Okay. Yeah, I think the golf runs too deep. Like the golf pride runs too deep in the group.
Yeah, I mean that is like when Dan said that back to me, I was like, okay, yeah, you're probably right. Like that is just such a that is a whole nother level of scumbag that I just like nobody would actually do in our group. But it's funny to think about, like, all right, just think of a name. Who is it? You got a couple names in your head, and whatever.
Bina or Walker would definitely do it.
Bina and Walker instantly came to my brain.
Yeah.
All right.
And if I was with them in the cart and they suggested it, I'd probably go along with it.
Well, I mean, I just think they would have the commitment to get up early and go out there and set it up, and then they would, be like, "No, I'm kidding. I didn't actually do this," but they would have the commitment, I think, to go the whole way to do the joke.
Well, Bina's a prankster because I golfed with him once in college when I don't remember if it was Irish Hills here in La Crosse or if it was Maple Grove, but I think Zach and I got together with Bina and golf there, and he was several groups ahead of us, but he had the big Jet Puff marshmallows, and he kept dropping them out of the cart, and we're like, "Oh, there, my ball's right there." Oh, it's another marshmallow.
That would piss me off.
Oh my god! And I don't know how many bags he had, but it went all 18 holes.
Bina's also,
you can just
I don't
hear
know,
him cackling from a mile away.
I don't know if he realizes he's doing this. It's probably he means well, but like it was when we were playing against you guys at Wild Ridge, like I'd chunk one or something or hit one in the bunker, and he made sure to yell over to let me know it was in the bunker, even though I could clearly see that's in the bunker. Like, yeah, dude, yeah, thanks.
He definitely doesn't know he's doing it.
Yeah. See, that's
He just
I mean,
thinks he's being helpful.
yeah, he means well, but like part of me is like, God damn it, shut the fuck up.
He's
I know it's in the bunker.
He's like the dad commercial dude that does all the dad
Absolutely.
things.
You're becoming your parents. Yep.
Lovely guy.
Absolutely.
All right, so I think that's probably it for us. We're at an hour and a half almost here. I think we definitely have a couple more recap episodes coming. I think we got to get Colton and Ben on here. It doesn't have to be a super long episode, but just to kind of walk us through what their minds were thinking the last 3 or 4 holes, or even through Sunday. Kind of let them rehash what happened, because I don't know that we don't have to like bring up old wounds, but I think it'd be curious just to hear them talk about it if they're willing, about the kind of their captain's headbutting a little bit. That Sunday, and then I think it would be cool if you guys could set up an interview with Bruce. I think that would be fun.
Yeah,
and get his thoughts on things, and then we could probably take a break, maybe do some like intermittent, like maybe get Zach on here through the winter. Like we can do some individual interviews, as we get through the off season here and there, just to keep the juices going and get some people that haven't been on here yet. But I think definitely 2 more recap episodes shortly in the next month or so, if we can. The Bruce episode doesn't have to happen right away, but I think it'd be cool to set up.
Yeah. We'll I'll see if I can chat with him next time I'm up there, and I think it'd also be fun, Dan, just to check in, a random day in November and just kind of get the Hackers juices going again.
I think we're gonna have to, because
yeah,
it's too long not to talk about Hackers Cup from August to
and we'll be in the middle of football season. Vikings will be like probably 3-6 by it. Yeah, that's just fucking brutal. So I'll get to share my thoughts on the Minnesota Vikings football squad.
Sounds
Do
good.
you guys have plans on another podcast episode to talk about next year's plans?
Well, we could do that now, because I thought about doing it, and then I was like, well, we're talking about all these other good stuff, but that actually now's probably a good time to talk about that. So I reached out to the Islands Resort and Casino up in the UP, because I think a lot of guys were curious in that happening, and I put in a request form. Can't sign up for next year yet. I think October is when they start doing some of that, so we'll hear back from them then. I assume we won't have any problems getting lodging and courses, but on the off chance that something falls through, so that would be like so at Islands you've got Sage Run and Sweetgrass, and then we would try to get up to Gray Walls, about an hour north of there, and then there's Timber Stone, I think,
something like that,
a little bit west of there.
But if you stay there, you get to golf.
You can do all 4
all of those included.
Yeah. So, and
I didn't see that part.
It's a pretty reasonable. It's like they call it the perfect foursome or something like that.
The perfect foursome, yeah.
And at pretty reasonable rates, I think. So it would be
I thought so, yeah.
So that's in progress, but I can't. They won't let us do anything until October, so we'll see. And again, I assume we won't have any problems, but we'll have to find out.
I would think with 16 people, they would be pretty accommodating. It's a pretty big party.
They're going to want to, I would think that they would want to guarantee the bookings. But we'll see. I don't know what alternatives. I'm sure we could come up with something, but that is option A right now. So
Eagle Ridge, Galena.
I mean, the house is cool. Like, again, I said this.
I'm going to have to start buying balls now.
Yeah. Stock up.
Yeah.
What are your thoughts on the old Nick Faldo across the pond? Hidden Links. Great food, Scottish hospitality, and good golf.
I don't know. I know the infomercial you're talking about. I don't know if that's the route we want to go, but I do think
$12,000 a person.
Yeah, right. I do think we should look into something like that for
when we're 50.
Yeah, down. I don't know if it's that late, but down the road, like doing something
Only a
in.
couple years from now for some of us, Ty.
Yeah, well, yeah, that's true. Um, but yeah, down the road, I think it'd be cool to go somewhere across the
It would be.
pond, and
Can you imagine how sick it would be if we got
it'd be
even if
ridiculous.
16 guys can't go, but you get 8 or 12 to go and do
Yeah,
Ireland or Scotland? That would be incredible. But if we were able to get all 16, I mean, holy crap! Um,
And then Rory shows up and just plays with us. I mean, it could be special.
I wouldn't count on that, but it's not going to rule it out.
that would be
You don't know if he's
special.
tuning in. He might be subscribed by then.
I mean, we've had listeners from like Malaysia, Dan. If you look at the countries on the stream, there's like some like crazy countries that have
That's
allegedly
probably
tuned into this
Birch on his
podcast.
VPN.
Yeah, yeah, true.
Yeah, that's probably what that is. With all his spare time now.
Well, I think we could. There's a lot of other places we could throw out, like Giants Ridge up in northern Minnesota. I think would be fun. There's 2 courses there, and then there's the was it like Fortune Bay? That's probably like a 40-minute drive north. So like we could do some things. We may we could look south too, because that's just a
Well,
long time to drive for
I think
Dan. But
Geneva area certainly
yeah,
is an
oh
option.
yeah,
Um,
that'd be great.
I've heard people have thrown around Brainerd, and is it Madden's that's in Brainerd maybe, or is that different?
Yeah.
So I mean, we've got options. I think Geneva area would be cool. Actually, one of my work partners just did a golf trip to Geneva, and I've played some of those courses. Would definitely be worthy Hackers Cup courses there. I would love to get one down in the Kentucky area at some point. I know it's a lot to ask to get 15 guys to travel that far. It's easier when it's just me and Alex. But I think it'd be cool at some point to get down to Kentucky and do one down here. There's some really cool courses here too. So
Yeah, I mean, it'd be the least we could do, Dan, to throw you a bone on travel one of the years.
Yeah.
It'd be one of those things that we'd have to probably plan it ahead a couple years just so that people could
Yeah,
figure it out. But it's not too bad, and there's some really good golf down here. So it would be fun, I think, if that worked out. But we've got a lot of options still, and I would still love to go back to Lawsonia. I think Lawsonia was great.
love that.
Figure that out one year. But you could get into Michigan on the mainland of Michigan and get over to some of those places. That could be cool. That's probably a longer haul, I think, and more expensive. Coming down to Kentucky, we could do pretty cheap. But the golf would probably be better up in Michigan, but not by far. But
Well, the good news is we have a lot of years to plan, so we can write down all these suggestions and then throw them in the hopper.
yeah, just random poll.
Maybe we do like the bingo.
Yeah,
You just pull out. That's what we're doing
that's
year.
what we're doing. Yeah. All right. Well, hey, Christian, thank you for coming on tonight. I know you're off tomorrow.
Thank you for having me.
Hey, anytime. Would love to have you again. Maybe we got to get you on with Jordan and let you guys hash out that
maybe
last round.
that whole foursome too. Just
Yeah,
getting their perspective on it.
Yeah, I don't know if there's a limit on how many people can be on this, but maybe we could get that whole last foursome. That would be fun.
Or we could get that foursome from
that would be it.
The
Birch,
Noah and Zach.
Birch, Bina, Zach, Noah. Yeah.
Shot. And
Ooh, that could be juicy.
Yeah.
Start at 13. Let's talk through this one, fellas.
Yeah. What went wrong here, Zach?
Yeah.
Birch. No.
Alrighty.
Yeah. Good times, guys. All right. Well, that was recap episode 1 for the Hackers Cup 2026. We got a couple more coming, hopefully. But Off the Hosel, a podcast built on sand. Thanks, guys, and thanks for suffering through the hour and a half with us. But we love you, and you'll hear from us soon.
Take care.
See ya.